correspondence? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Approval of minutes. We can do both of them together if y'all are okay with that. July 15th was our regular meeting, and July 28th was a special called meeting. We could get a motion to approve those minutes.
I make the motion that we approve the minutes for July 15th and July 28th, 2025.
I second both of those.
All right. Motion made by Ms. Infinger, seconded by Dr. Hodges. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Were there any correspondence, Ms. Stacy? No correspondence. But we do have someone here tonight to speak in the public forum, Ms. Green. If you come forward. And Ms. Green, Mr. Folk will read a statement, and if you will, give us your name and address.
Okay, and I have a statement to read first.
Yes, sir.
As provided by Board Policy BEDH, public participation, the board allocates time during each regular board meeting to provide an opportunity for members of the public to address the board. Those individuals who have requested an opportunity to speak by completing the approved card will now be recognized and given the opportunity to come forward and speak. The public is asked to keep in mind that this is a limited public forum, which means the board reserves a right to stop a speaker and/or end the public session for violations of policy and governing public forum. Speaker will be allowed up to 3 minutes. All speakers addressing the board should identify themselves, give the name of the organization they represent, if any, and state the particular matter they wish to address. No speaker will be allowed to raise complaints or concerns directed against any individual employee or student of the district during the public participation sessions. Any such concerns or complaints should be presented to the superintendent or board chair directly, rather than presented during public participation session.
Thank you,
Ms.
Mr. Folk. Protocol have been established. I've given my name and my address. This evening, I'm here in a few different capacities, and I would be very brief. I'm here as the booster president of the Woodland High School Marching Band, which the organization is the MGM. I'm also here as a parent, and I'm also here as a constituent, as well as a parent partner who went through the program, federal programs, to advocate for children. So I am asking the board to reconsider what I have here in my hand, which is the Dorchester School District 4 Club Board Member Behavioral Contract. A behavioral contract, number one, has kind of like a negative connotation. And I understand if there's some sort of agreement that needs to be made. But number two, conflict resolution, here on the bottom, it states that refrain from using public forums of social media to express grievances. And there are also some other things in here. Granted, I understand what it is when you're attached to a brand. But there are also other components that needs to be looked at. So I have been attached to the band. This is my 8th year now. Numbers have not decreased. They have increased. Booster have not decreased. They have increased. The band overall have increased, not decreased. So my question is, why now? Why is this behavioral contract coming down now? Is it because I am a vocal parent? Because I do wear many hats. And I am one of the parents who find it not treason to come and give of myself, and have done so for many years, to these children. Granted, things that I say personally as a constituent and up underneath my First Amendment have absolutely nothing to do with the brands that I'm attached to. If a person do not have a Dorchester School District 4, a Marching Wolverines, a Woodland High School on, while they're speaking their personal opinions about certain things that's going on, I'm a taxpayer here. So I don't understand why we're held to a behavioral contract, and I'm certain that there are plenty others in the district who have displayed less than honorable conduct, and they're still here. So I implore, also, I
Ms. Green, you got 10 seconds. 3 minutes will be up.
That's fine. Long story short, I have done nothing but take care of children. And I don't think that it's right for adults to have to come in and sign a behavioral contract. I just don't see how people speaking out on social media in different forums have affected any entity as far as the ban or anything that I'm doing or anyone else for that matter. And there are people's spouses who are forbidding them from signing the agreement. So that means the Booster Club will be dissolved according to the communication that I received. And then what? I've done nothing but take care of children for years.
Okay,
Thank you, Ms. Green.
thank you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, good evening, everybody. So I'm going to point this way because we have a lot of special guests in the room tonight. We made it a point a couple years ago to really make sure we recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of our students and the adults in the district. And tonight, I can say we have some of the brightest, most exceptional students in the district with us. They've performed exceptionally at the district level. They've performed exceptionally at the state level. I know they went to a Charlotte Hornets game and performed exceptionally at the Charlotte Hornets game. But every summer, we also send them to a leadership camp in Columbia. Last year, we sent 10. I believe this year we sent 26, which is amazing. And they spend about 5 days up there, give or take, up at Fort Jackson. 7 days, thank you. Sergeant First Class Simpson keeping me straight. But while they're there, there's a couple things that they really focus on. Team building, but one of the big ones is leadership. And creating and building that leadership and understanding what it means to lead a group of young people. Because in the real world, that's what we need more of. And that's what we need our students to be prepared to do. And so the young men and women that are here with us tonight, they went to that camp. They performed exceptionally at that camp. We got nothing but glowing reviews from the folks up there in Fort Jackson because although it seems like a big state, it's a small state and people talk. And we always, last year, this year, always hear nothing but positive things about our young men and women that go up there. So I'm going to have Sergeant First Class Simpson and Major Logan come on up here. And if we give them a round of applause. You know, like many of our groups at the high school, this is one of those groups that continues to flourish. We have, I think, 5 individuals who were recognized last year, who are back this year. Which really shows their commitment to the program and to really growing as individuals. So appreciate that. But I can't thank you all enough for being here, for the work you do, for the representation of our school and our school district. And I applaud you, and I thank you for everything you do, because I know sometimes it's a weekend, sometimes it's an evening, sometimes it's over the summer when your peers are out doing other things. But you continue to represent District 4, Woodland High School, your families, your friends, extremely, extremely well. I'm so proud of you for that. And at this point, I'm going to turn it over so we can recognize our.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Major Logan of the Woodland High School JROTC. On behalf of Sergeant Simpson and myself, Mr. Beckwith, and the school board, we want to immensely thank you for your continued support of this JROTC program. Also, I want to give a shout out to Principal White for his continued support, but also the parents and the friends that are represented here. We can't do any of this without you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to call the names. So cadets, y'all ready? I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing. At this time, I'm going to call the cadets with their new ranks that they've worked hard to achieve. So first we have Cadet Captain Zyneria Green. Next, we have Cadet Sergeant First Class Janera Atkinson. Next, we have Cadet Sergeant Carmen Allen. So next, we have Cadet Sergeant First Class Amari Berry. He couldn't be with us. He's ill this evening. Y'all can still clap for him. Next, we have Cadet Sergeant Matthew Bowman. Next, we have Cadet Sergeant First Class Cheyenne Clark. Cadet Sergeant Jelena Goodwin. It is a long walk. They're used to it, though. They're used to it. Cadet Sergeant First Class Noah Green. Cadet Sergeant Shemaiah James. Cadet Sergeant Brianna Jenkins. Cadet Sergeant Ariana Jones. Cadet Sergeant Angel Lucario. Cadet Sergeant Alexis Martino. Cadet Sergeant Star Mosley. Okay, Cadet Sergeant, Staff Sergeant Brazil Nelson couldn't be here with us this evening. Okay. Cadet Sergeant Jackson Rast. Cadet Sergeant Malaysia Rhodes. We're taking up all y'all space in here tonight, ain't we? Okay. Cadet Sergeant Anara Shelby. Cadet Staff Sergeant Virginia Spearing. Okay. Cadet Sergeant Tyler Wright. Cadet Second Lieutenant Janella Footman. Cadet Operations Sergeant Major Taylor Fogle. I'm almost done, I promise. I promise. We're gonna get out y'all way. Okay. Cadet Command Sergeant Major Jakari Colonel. Cadet Major Aiden Truman. Okay. Company Commander Cadet Major Mercedes Breland. And last but certainly not least, our honor cadet, Top Cadet, First Sergeant Aaliyah Carson.
Mr. Lakin, you want to get one of just the cadets? That's a real good-looking group there. And as they're getting organized for this, I just want to thank parents, families. I know the commitment it takes when you do anything, getting them to and from different places. So we can't thank y'all enough. Can't thank you enough for being here. And your involvement, your participation, your support, it's evident in the strong character that all these boys and girls are showing at Woodland High School. And we really couldn't be prouder of them. And anytime we get to take them out and get to show them off, it's just a great opportunity. Great. Thank you all very much. Y'all got Taylor the rest of the time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you so much.
Major Logan. There were 3 of them? Appreciate y'all.
No. We'll give them just a minute.
That's a good-looking group.
It is so. and some of them, did you
Organized.
see how some of them just look you straight in the eye? I mean, that's discipline and respect.
That's a lot of them.
It is.
A lot of them to keep up with in Columbia.
Yeah,
That's a lot of open space.
yeah. We'll give them a minute to get out.
Yeah, 'cause we're gonna move through pretty quick.
Oh, we're
Wow.
going fast.
Principals told them to keep it short.
You're right.
Go for it. Go for it. Miss Huddle will be quick. Look, Miss Huddle's anxious.
Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and go forward and call Ms. Hutto up for finance.
That's a hard act to follow.
I'm serious.
Mine's not near as exciting. We just have our board report this month, and I do want to say that our next hurdle is our financial audit, so that's what we'll be working on next. So if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Any questions, board members? No, it looks great.
Okay, well, thank y'all.
Thank you, Ms. Hutto. Facilities and operations, Mr. Martin.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm not sure what happened. I thought these people were here for the operations update. The maintenance teams worked diligently all summer, getting schools ready and getting teachers acclimated back for the students. The summer work group we had, we gave them an opportunity to take a week off, and they worked up till the day they went to school, which showed a lot for their character and because they were getting paid. So prior to the start of school, we conducted our third annual fire safety, security, and accident reporting presentation at every school. We had Fire Marshal Ricky Jenkins present on fire safety and code requirements. I presented on security, and this year we included Skizbit to provide training on accident reporting. The hour-and-a-half presentation ensured our staff members are equipped with knowledge to create a safe environment for staff and students. Our technology department did an awesome job this summer getting projects done, getting technology work finished up before teachers got here. Right up until the very end, we had getting teachers taken care of. We have 100 new Chromebook charging carts being delivered tomorrow. So we're gonna have a tractor trailer come here with 27 pallets of carts we have to offload into the gym and then ship them off to the schools to make sure that our fleet of working Chromebooks now have power. So that replaces a lot of old and broken Chromebook carts, so that was much needed as well. Our food and nutrition department had a busy, successful summer, continuing support for our community even when school's out. Through the summer break cafe program, the team provided 29,455 breakfast meals, 39,959 lunch meals across 27 sites in June and July of this year. It's about an average of over 2,600 meals a day. It's pretty incredible. We also welcomed 6 new food service technicians to the team this year. And we received news that all 3 of our elementary schools that applied for the fresh fruit and vegetable grant have been awarded, which means we'll have more healthy food options for our young learners. Transportation, the student transportation department is seeing progress that directly benefits the safety and efficiency of our student transportation services. We're excited to welcome a new bus driver who went through our program and successfully completed her driver training and got her CDL. She was very determined and went through it pretty quick. Student Transportation's also interviewing 6 additional candidates, 2 of whom already hold their CDLs, which would put us in a very good place with drivers. On the fleet side, we have a brand new activity bus that's been delivered to the dealership, but we don't have it yet. They're still doing the stickers on it, but once we get that, we're hoping to have the bus next week. But it is at the dealership, so we do have it. And this will, provide support for our athletic and all of our extracurricular activities, getting students safely and comfortably to and from events. The infrastructure of our new buses is near completion. We're on schedule to have the chargers installed soon. They're on site over in the bus lot. And then the state will come in and they'll reline the half of the parking lot for the bus charging stations, and we'll reline the other part. Then we'll get the buses, host training, and then we'll have those 8 buses on the road as well. That's pretty exciting. And I just wanted to mention, go over some of the summer projects. Clay Hill, I don't want to go through the list, but Clay Hill had some window replacements. We had PA system updates at all of the schools. Harleyville was totally repainted. Working on the work-based learning lab there. They had a lot of furniture replaced. Woodland had a new administration area done, which is very nice. And a lot of other project work got wrapped up, and that's just part of what we're doing. But I just wanted to say that the accomplishments that, I say today that we've got over the summer and projects we're doing is a direct result of the school board support and the superintendent. So by you all supporting the work I do, we're able to get these projects done. And also, these accomplishments are successful due to every member of our dedicated operations team. They understand the roles and the importance of the work they do to provide top quality services to our students and staff. So thank you for your continued support. And any questions?
Any questions, board member? Well, thank you for that. But
Thank
thank you for all that you do as well.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is our superintendent, policy updates.
So we have first read of 3 policies, GBGAA, GBGAB, and GCCAC. I suggest you all read through those. These are changes that we need to make sure we have in place. So we'd like to go ahead and make final approval on these policies at the September meeting, and certainly open to any questions that you may have.
Y'all have any questions, board members? This is our first reading, so make sure that you look at them real good, because next month we will approve them, and they'll go into law. Thank you. Let's see, where are we? Sorry, I moved the page over. It's now time for your report.
Time for my report. So, as some people may know, we started school a couple weeks ago, and I would say overall, it's been a pretty good start. You know, some of those bumps in the road as you start a new school year, just like every year. But our students have been getting to school and home each day safely. Our classrooms are full with teachers, and our numbers are a little bit below where they were last year. However, I think our principals will attest to every day a few kids are just trickling in, and they'll continue to trickle in, usually about a week after Labor Day. We get some of our folks that are up north, their school starts after Labor Day, so they're on a little different calendar than the rest of our students. So they'll continue to onboard them, take them in. We've also had a number of transfer requests to come in from outside the district that we process and make sure we have all the paperwork to accept them. But what I would like to do is just take a couple of minutes for each of our principals to come up here and just share a quick, brief little update on how the start of the school year went. So we'll start with Ms. Lemon. You know, it's that nobody make eye contact moment. I saw that, y'all.
Good evening. The start of the year for us on the Hill has been pretty smooth. It was so smooth it's almost scary. Over the summer, we took a look at our data, and even though our kids grew a lot last year, there's still work to do. Hence, our theme for this year is soaring to new heights, #level up. So we're going to make sure our kids are leveling up, and we recognize that as educators, if we want them to level up, we have to do the same as well. We are doing iReady testing right now. We're doing math, and it's been pretty smooth. We haven't taken a deep dive into the data yet, but we're looking for good things. Our students this year, each one of them have a data binder, and we are going to have them be accountable for their data. So from K through 5, they're going to be able to lead student-led conferences based on their iReady data, and that's just a small chunk, and then we'll add things like attendance and stuff later on. We do have a couple new initiatives we're trying this year. We're going to do some parent recognitions in addition to student recognitions. So those parents that are getting their child to school on time, helping them with homework, signing folders, we're going to recognize them each month, as well as our character students. And a couple of things that Ms. Hartzog and I are excited about is we have some challenges going on. I'm taking on kindergarten because we know how important sight words are. So by the end of the year, we're hoping that our kindergartners will know 52 new sight words going into first grade. And she is taking on third grade because we know that multiplication is an issue. And we're hoping that they'll have all their multiplication tables under their belt before they go to fourth grade. So that's just a couple of things that we're doing. We're doing lots more, and we just want to thank you for helping us reduce the class sizes, because last year we were like 28, 31 in the class, and our biggest class size right now is 20, and we know they're coming, but we're ready. So that is our little update. Do you have any questions?
Any questions, board members? Any questions? Thank you, Ms. Lemon, that was great.
Ms. Mims, come on, Ms. Mims.
At least I wasn't first tonight. Thank you, Mr. Beckwith. I peg Lisa first. First of all, we had a great start. We started with our Meet the Teacher I've been the principal for 6 years. I have never seen the parents roll out like we had. We got such positive things. We had parents who were signing up for committees. We even already had them signing up for the Dorchester 4 sports program. So we're kind of excited. So we're hoping they are going to continue to support us. And I was like Ms. Lemon, our motto this year is let's do this, because we know that we are at the point where we are ready to move forward. We have all our positions that are filled. We have an enrollment that's supposed to be of 529. We're fluctuating between that, about 513 to 499 every day. We don't seem to be able to get everybody in. We all have been sick. Mr. Beckwith was walking around the building yesterday listening to everybody coughing and doing, so we've got the crud in our building that's going on. Our related arts has started on August 11th. We hit, and they've already got their first rotation down. So they're excited about that. The children are getting to see all of their teachers. And we are implementing 2 new things this year, our Eureka Math Square curriculum. Mr. Bush and Ms. Nelson are kind of spearheading that. We're going into classroom. And then we have the Hegarty program as well. That is myself and Ms. Hayton are going around making sure it's being done with fidelity. We're also continuing our CKLA core curriculum. And one of the things we want to start doing, and I talked to Mr. Beckwith about this year, is we want to do walkthrough Wednesdays. So we're going to pick a Wednesday every month, and we're going to invite the community to come in for an hour, because they see us after school. They don't see us during the school day and all the great things that our kids are doing. So that is one of the things that we're going to start doing. So look forward to that. We'll start with that in September. And then I've got Ms. Hayton working with the seniors at the David Sojourner Senior Citizen building. They're actually going to Zoom in with our students, and they're going to read, and we're hoping to get them in, but we're going to match a senior with our students because literacy is so important. But our main focus this year, as Mr. Beckwith has pointed out, is going to be on math. So that is why we're hitting everything as hard as we can. But last but not least, safety is still our priority. So that's pretty much in a nutshell what we're doing at Williams. And do you have any questions?
Any questions, board members?
Sorry.
Ms. Mims, that sounds exciting.
All right, thank y'all.
Mr. Wolfgang?
Good afternoon, everyone. Harleyville, our current enrollment, we are sitting at about 252. I just checked before I came here, so 252. We're a little bit down from last year, but like Mr. Beckwith said, they're slowly trickling in. A couple of biggest things, and Mr. Martin kind of mentioned a lot of the changes. Lots going on at Harleyville. From the whole building being painted, it looks fantastic. We've had rave reviews with the paint. All new furniture, which I can say was a little bit stressful for the adults. Trying to cram it all in the last minute, but everything came together, and the students came in for their Meet the Teacher, and all you could hear is, wow. Wow. Students even coming from other schools, they're coming in, oh, my last school didn't have this. So great reviews with the paint, the furniture. We have branding coming all over the building here at the end of the month. So lots of changes, and the families and everyone, teachers, we're all just thrilled about all the changes. It's looking like a brand new building. So thank you for all the support with that, and Mr. Martin, everything you're doing. Kind of like Ms. Lemon said, though, in terms of initiatives, we're doing an initiative on sight words as well, just like Clay Hill. We're doing a contest. We're trying to get all our students to learn 200 sight words by the end of the year, and then we're going to hopefully invite. Yep. And then we're hopefully going to have, at the end of the year, anyone that accomplishes this goal, we're going to have kind of a water day where we invite the fire truck to come and kind of spray water for the kids and just have a good time with it. Another thing we're doing, we just had our house sorting event, which, you know, we do the Ron Clark House Academy at our school. Great turnout from parents and everyone coming in, and all of our new students in the building got sorted into one of the 4 houses we have. Just a great opportunity for some leadership opportunities for our older kids, lead meetings, and they kind of mentor some of our little kids. So we're excited to continue the Ron Clark House Academy initiative at our school. But yeah, lots of changes. And any questions?
Any questions, board members? Thank you, Mr. Wolfgang. Appreciate
right.
everything.
All right, good evening from the middle school. And I don't mean this as a bad thing, I mean this, thank you, elementary, for working on multiplication. Thank you. Not that you haven't been, but it is a challenge for sure. Our car riders, our bus riders have started to calm down a little bit. That's a good thing. 78's been okay so far. 490 kids, 491. I printed it and then we added one. Every day we're adding a few. PBIS is gonna be a big thing. We're changing our goals a little bit. We're adding in attendance. We're up in our academic. It's not gonna be 60, it's gonna be 70. Trying to up the ante a little bit with them. Construction's basically over. I say basically because there was a contractor in the building and around the grounds today, but for the most part, we are 100%. Started already testing today, trying to get some idea of where they are so that we can move them forward. PTSO started up yesterday. We've got our membership run right now. Please join for $5. You don't have to participate, but please join, everybody, the public included. Meet the Teacher, September the 10th. We wait until the first interim to do that so we can go over grades, test scores, things like that. Lots of programs. High school credit this year, we added high school credit for computer tech at 7th grade, so you can get it in 7th or 8th. That's a good thing. Continuing Spanish 1, English 1, geometry in 8th grade now instead of algebra 1. That's a little change. And we also added ag science this year to help with completers at the high school. And that's pretty much it. Just want to say we're also welcoming our high school students there. We've got and I know Mr. White will say something about that, but our dual credit, we're hosting a dual credit class there with the high school. So enjoy seeing the older kids coming back and the great things that they're doing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy.
Well, we bring you greeting from the wood. We're really excited. It has been a wonderful, wonderful start to the year. And like she said, sometimes you look around and say, hey, I'm in the twilight zone. But I tell you what, this week they reminded me, we're still in school. So it's always a good thing. And we're really excited. Dual enrollment actually was the top thing on my list because this year we're really excited. We have about 40 juniors who are going to Mr. Kennedy because they closed down the Quick Job Center. And so Mr. Beckwith and Mr. Kennedy and Ms. Bowman were able to work together and get that spot ready for us. And it's seamless. And Mr. Johnson, I want to give him his credit. They, for parking purposes, we don't allow them to drive to the middle school. They park on Woodlands campus, and Mr. Johnson gets them over there to the middle school, and then they come right back. So it's a really good experience. He had one group Monday. He'll have a totally different group on Wednesday, and those other days are virtual. In terms of, we have been excited about the number of people that we've been just paying attention to getting them in school. Ms. McCormick, our power school clerk, has done a really good job of, if she's not seen them in those first couple of days, she's been calling them. There's one who she sent me a message today, hey, can we go buy them clothes? Because they said they haven't came because they didn't have clothes. And guess what I told her? After I said no, I said, yes, go and do it. And so they went and did that, and we actually were able to contact as well Miss Antoinette Haynes, who already had worked on the vouchers. So we thank Dr. Stevens, Miss Wright, Miss Haynes, because they've been really good working with those scholars, getting them ready. If you looked at Facebook Live, you saw that we had our red carpet event last Friday, which was for those freshmen, welcoming them to the Wood. And I'm really excited what they're doing with Renaissance. This year we got Mr. Connolly, he's always done it, Miss Laney Taylor, and Miss Sydney Carrera. And she's kind of coming back just from, I think they went Vegas, where they went, California?
San Diego.
San Diego, yep, they went to San Diego, and so they learned some really good things, and you can feel it. You can feel the positivity. It's palpable. It's really exciting. And then, not to mention, we start off the first day with Kona Ice. So for some reason, that's just that trickle down has been there, and it'll be back Thursday. Make sure they bring the money because that's a good opportunity. We have a PTSO that I think is going to be mentioned later during today that we're hoping that we can get that relationship approved. And we're really excited for them. We're looking for some space to, I said no, but they convinced me to say yes for a school store, so we're really excited about that. In terms of numbers, it's kind of fluctuating. So we got 683 on the book, but of course, all of them haven't shown up. So we'll really know once we do that 10-day drop. But the majority of them have shown up at some point in time. So now our job is going to be to get them every day, in every way. Our theme for the year is Powered by Purpose. We believe that this is the year that we got to focus on purpose, and our purpose is to be successful. And what excites me this year is my scholars will tell me articulately, consistently, and efficiently that it's time to engage in productive struggle. So if they heard nothing else, at least they got that point. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Thank you. And you have Dr. Thompson over at Odyssey. He's involved in a training over the next few days. Who's that? So we are lucky enough to have Ms. Boyd with us tonight. Thank you, Ms. Boyd. I saw you earlier, too. Kept looking right at you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I am the school counselor at Odyssey Educational Center, and I am presenting on behalf of Dr. Thompson. We had parent orientation for the week when school first started, introducing the parents and guardians to the school programs, policies, resources, and procedures. Students' intake process went well. We gather information on the new students and assess their needs and ensuring a smooth transition to Odyssey Educational Center. We have about 17 high school students and 5 middle school students. And on today, I gave my students the ONET Career Interest Profiler today, just to find out what their career interests are. And I had some good results. So we also gonna have the food bank that's coming up supposedly in November and February. So we're gonna try to have one in the fall and also in the spring of the year. And also career fairs is going on. So that's supposed to begin in November. And are there any questions?
Any questions, board member? Sounds great, Ms. Boyd.
All right.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
And we hope that number stays at 22. Mr. White and Mr. Kennedy, y'all work on that. Thanks y'all very much. We really do have a great group of leaders for the schools. And, you know, when things come up and I reach out to them, they're already on it and they're already handling it and addressing it. And we're very fortunate to have that group working with our students and with our staffs. Next thing I had on here is dual credit. They kind of touched on that. We had an increase in the number of students involved in dual credit this year. We're excited about that. Because of space limitations at the high school and with the Quick Job Center closing up, we want to try to get the kids into the school as much as possible. So Mr. Kennedy opened his doors to those students. Last minute, and I really mean last minute, Trident and Tech kind of threw us a curveball and said one of those classes are going to have to be virtual. So that's why it changed things a little bit, but we still are getting those boys and girls into the school, which is, I think that's always better when you can have them in school. So we're excited about that, and then we'll have a whole nother section of classes in the spring doing the same thing in the spring. So, but anytime you can get those students that dual credit, get them the high school credit with the college credit, I think that's a win for everybody. And our students trust, and we trust that they'll be good role models when they go to the middle school, and I know that they'll continue to do a great job with that. But I just wanted to touch on that because it is a pretty substantial increase from last year, and we're excited about that. Federal funding, the last time we met, we talked about some of those cuts or those holds on federal funding. That money is now coming to the districts across the state, and we got the okay to move forward with 21st Century, and the schools are working on that, so we should be up and running. We don't really get going with it with students staying after school until after Labor Day. Correct me if I'm wrong, but usually after Labor Day, so the process is sped up a little bit, but they're on pace to be ready to go to receive students after Labor Day. So excited about that. And then the daycare update, that's the million-dollar question. So the biggest thing with daycare is we're at the mercy of contractors, and it's a lot of work going on around the district, and we have to prioritize what's important to make sure we can start the school year with our students, and then what is the priority for the next steps. And so although daycare is a priority, getting students in day one was a bigger priority. So, but we still continue to push, and we have visits coming from the fire marshal in the next couple days, or is that tomorrow? DSS is coming in for approval. There's been a lot of work with operations on those rooms. We had to shift a couple of rooms, or one room to a different room, just because of needing a toilet and sinks and hot water and those things. And but we're excited about it, and we're on, fingers crossed, hopefully in the next month or so. I mean, really, I'd like to say any day, but people will hold me to that. So within the next month, I'd like to hope that we got things moving, but there's still great interest with that, and we're still really excited to get going with that. It's not something that that we've kind of just left to the side and not pushing forward with it. It is full force going to happen and moving forward with it. I think the agreement, the memorandum of understanding, or MOA, and that's being signed probably as we speak. And so all pieces of that puzzle are coming together. So we're excited about that, but just excited to have the students back in the building, just like tonight, having them here and being able to recognize them, and going into schools and seeing our students do student things. And it's just great to have them in the buildings. You know, we all, for the most part, got into this job to be around kids, and to be able to help mold students into great role models and citizens of our community. And so it's great to see that, and great to be a part of that. So we're off and running. Now we'll just continue to watch the weather for the next 2 months and make sure everything keeps going north, right?
Yeah, I hope
That's right. So that's it from me.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Beckwith. And I want to thank Mr. Beckwith for what all he's doing also, leading everyone in the right direction. And all you principals made me wish I was a child again and could go back to school because of your passion and enthusiasm. And I know if you carry that in your building every day, these children are going to love school again. And I'm so proud of that. I thank you all tonight for coming, and I especially love that the ROTC was here tonight to be honored. That was a very good group of young people. At this time, the board will take a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters and legal matters and personnel matters. And like I said earlier, we do not vote in executive session. We will come back out and vote in public. So if anyone wants to stay around, we'll be back shortly. So at this time, I do need a motion from the board to go in executive session. Do we have a second? Mr. Folk, did you? Mr. Folk and Mr. Hodges sounds the same out of my ear. So I'm always calling them wrong. I apologize. All right, at this time, we've got a motion by Ms. Infinger, seconded by Dr. Folk, Mr. Folk, to go into executive session.